Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica here at Gambate Fitness in Los Angeles, California. And today we're going to talk about blocking the feet for people with externally rotated feet or collapsed arches. This exercise goes into the category usually of training for overweight individuals. People who are heavier than they would like to be or deconditioned can often have turn out and roll in of their ankles and the arch of their foot. If you have collapsed arches, this is for you. This is not something that everybody needs to do. A lot of people can just consciously become aware of pointing their feet straight ahead and learn to fire their arches of their feet harder and better over time through thousands and thousands of reps. But some people need extra input into the system in order to make this system work out. If you are in a gym, one of the things you can use is Olympic plates. Today we're using these Eleiko 25-pound Olympic bumper plates. You can also do this with bricks on a concrete surface or outside. We're just using plates because that's what we have access to today. So I want you to think the center line of the plate, that is where your heel is going to go. Heel on the center line of the plate. These plates are just a little bit wider than I would like them to be, but that's fine. I would like my feet to be about 2 inches closer than this, but this is what we have, so this is what we're gonna work with. Heel into that center line of the plate. That keeps your heel from floating in or out. The next thing we are going to do is we are going to pull the plate up to the outside edge of our toes. And if you have really flat feet, you are going to push your feet in 5 degrees. This does not trap your feet. We're not strapping our feet down like on a snowboard or anything like that. We are providing feedback for our brain. If we subconsciously try to turn our feet out, which a lot of people do, we will have to push on the plates in order to make it happen. Center line of the plate, heel trapped, and then outside edge by your big toe trapped. Doesn't have to be a super heavy weight. It just has to be enough weight so that when people unconsciously try to roll their foot and externally rotate their foot, that there is feedback in the system. Let's use a mace and let's work on our 360 really quickly with our feet trapped. Our 360, top hand goes past our opposite ear, all the way around our head, and we would do our sets from this position. In the beginning of training, we don't move our feet a lot because most people are not prepared to move their feet. If their foot is out and their knee is in, we do not want people to move their feet during training. We want to work on the most important human skill, which is standing all the way up. If we have externally rotated feet and collapsed arches, our knee will not be over our ankle, and people start to get knee problems or hip problems, which usually turns into some type of lower back discomfort or pain. So with this, we are going to force our foot straight ahead, and we're going to try to get our knee back over our ankle and to try to force the arch to fire. This takes several months of training to accomplish. It does not happen overnight. If we're thinking specifically about the training of overweight or deconditioned individuals, then we always start with our 3 basic movements, our inside circle, our outside circle, and our shield cast for single arm club work. And every time we do an inside circle, by trapping our feet, we will teach our knee and our hip and our ankle how to do this proper rotation again. And of course, we would do an equal number of our outside circles, same thing. Learning to rotate the upper body, keep the feet straight ahead, not let them drive out. If they drive out, they'll run into the plates and you'll figure it out pretty quickly. Trapping the feet is a good idea for a lot of people who are deconditioned. Most people, when they're doing certain things, will lift their heel up, or they will launch, or they will try to step their feet. All of those things are creating a disconnection between the athlete and the ground. Martial arts have been teaching this concept for as long as martial arts have been around. The beginning levels of most martial arts are what are called grounding, where people learn to sit back in their heels and connect themselves to the earth to be stronger. Same thing that we're doing here. We're just doing it in a different way with different tools for different reasons. Get your feet straight ahead, trap the toes, work on your fundamental movements, inside circle, outside circle, shield cast, mace 360, kettlebell swing with your feet trapped. If the plates move in between sets, push the plates back in, reset every time. Some people will find one foot will try to move and the other foot doesn't move at all. That means people are shifting into one hip. A lot of people stand, say, 60% in one hip and 40% in the other hip, and they'll have one heel float up and down. We're fighting that. We're moving people back to the center so they can get an equal weight distribution, 50% on the right, 50% on the left, so that the muscles on either side of their spine are working equally, so that their knees learn to rotate equally, so their hips work equally, so that they can be out of pain and they can move forward into more advanced forms of athletic training.